not do mods on this channel. I could. I mean, all you guys kept asking for something called H-Doom. Let me just take a quick look at... Oh. Well, that's not gonna fly on YouTube, but the sprite work is very nice. There is one mod that I've been meaning to do for a while, the top tier of blood mods, which is a rare thing, and even with them being so uncommon, you gotta do a lot to be a standout blood mod. With stuff like Bloody Pulp Fiction, French Meat, Rage Against the Machine, I remember back in the old days there was this one called Bloodlines that had a level that was set in a silent German expressionist film that blew my fucking mind. Despite the unassailable quality of these add-ons, they always seem to be in the shadow of one particular project. Death Wish. And that should tell you how good Death Wish is. This is the real Blood 2. Sure, it still uses the build engine, but to give you an idea how important Death Wish is, Night Dive was testing Fresh Supply with it to make sure it's compatible. And I'd like to say another word about Fresh Supply, because I will be using it for this video. It's pretty good now. The damage seems to feel a little bit off sometimes, but other than that, and it's not like I can blame Night Dive, they're not exactly known for screwing up re-releases. And Fresh Supply would still be getting updates if not for Atari being shit. Okay, but Death Wish. There are mods for games that take what's in the original and heighten it, magnify it, to the point where you're amazed the original game could be that, like Arcane Dimensions for Quake. Death Wish, somehow inexplicably made by one guy over like 10 years, is some of the most impressive shit I've ever seen done with the build engine, and is a project of such incredible love and passion that my no mods rule is going out the window, and not just because literally everyone has been asking for this for like 2 years. I'm gonna be playing on Well Done again because I hate myself, and because the game just doesn't feel right when the cultists are only throwing sticks of dynamite at me. I need that full force, that extra splash damage. I really do hate myself. Death Wish starts with a very Evil Dead cutscene.
Caleb defeated Tchernobog in the Hall of Epiphany, claiming the power to bind dimensions for his own. But by the power of the arcane heart, the dreaming god's spirit continued to burn.
Okay, I'm not saying this is better than Blood's cutscenes, even though it is. Let's see what kind of first impression Death Wish makes.
The Festival of Blood continues! Bye-bye now!
Holy shit! Ah, that vintage boom shoot. Yes, 97, a good year. So I know what you're asking, you're like, is this hard? Of course it's hard, it's Blood. Which I think is the highest compliment I can give anything. You're not just going through incredibly atmospheric mines on this mountaintop that Caleb lives on. Within 10 minutes, you're crossing into different dimensions. Before you go, you jump out of the mine onto this ledge to grab the moon key so you can open this out-of-the-way super secret area with a napalm launcher. This ain't normal Blood where it gives you all the napalm launcher ammo, because we got 20 plus years of experience to let us know that the napalm launcher is still the game's most powerful weapon. Ammo for it is precious. We want to save it for when some cultists who don't know how to take a hint burn our friggin' house down!
The lambs to the slaughter. Who wants some, huh? Who's next?
Oh my god, it's just like waves of serotonin flowing into my brain. This isn't exactly like Blood's original level design, but as you'll see moving forward, some of it is just better. These little glowing lights in the forest for Lost Highway, not only is this atmosphere great, there's like one big explosive set piece in every map. It's nailing the kind of cartoon pseudo-realism of build games while using the kind of tricks that they didn't have the processing power or the time to implement when the game was first released. And this is episode 1, this is the least impressive stuff in it. Death Wish isn't quite as mean as Blood. I got a Tesla cannon before having to really deal with a Hellhound. Or 3. The enemy count is higher, especially with zombies. The incredibly satisfying shit blowing up in the build engine part of Blood is alive and well, and used more creatively than I've ever seen it, and also all the time. Oh no. Every now and then you'll find readable tomes in the maps that are like one sentence and give you hints and lore and little things that go into building a world and even a culture among the cultists. There is a path to the theme park near the arena. Be on the lookout for this guy here. You might recognize him from Dark Carnival.
Ticket, please.
Deathwish repurposes him as a bad omen. Whenever you see him pop up, Tchernobog is up to some shit. Usually fireballs.
Bye-bye.
One of the most impressive things about Deathwish is that besides cutscenes, it doesn't have any custom resources. Though Speedy made some custom music for it, you should check that out, that's pretty good. Everything it has is already in Blood, and some stuff is carried over from beta versions, but still exists in Blood. In the first level, you'll find this red potion, it gives you a couple points of health. In the third map, Fire Belly, you'll find asbestos armor, which cancels out fire damage and lets you walk through lava, as well as softening what would otherwise be a fatal mistake when I point-blank napalm these zombies. What starts out as a smooth transition from the last map, just like Blood would do even better than Duke or Shadow Warrior, has you climbing this snowy peak and going through some build engine trickery to cross dimensions, where you enter a pool of water in the basement and come out here, you descend into a cultist temple where you can find a secret, and this is the only one I'm gonna give away before I put up a spoiler tag. And in this secret is the mysterious but totally present in Blood, Key 7. Key 7 is used to open secret levels in Deathwish, and the first one is real easy to find, because it's in this fucking amazing arena section. Tchernobog. Hey, if you're open to some constructive criticism, why don't you stop killing your own followers? It's cool to hear Tchernobog's lines again. Originally recorded by Jace Hall, former Monolith CEO, and victim of Texas-based techno cryptid John Carmack. It's the ones recorded for deathmatch announcements, but Deathwish slyly incorporates them so you don't really notice. The secret level is a horror theme park, which reuses Dark Carnival textures while having its own inventive set pieces.
Bye-bye now.
Like this riverboat ride, this glorious theater shootout. And you think the level's over before it takes you to an entirely separate section in a House of Horrors. All this could be a simple rehash of old Blood levels, but it's not. There's more effort put into it, which leads me to the next totally awesome thing Deathwish does. It goes into a reworked version of the map that you came from, so it organically leads into the next map. In this case, you're back to that cultist temple, except since you've been there, it's snowed and you get another arena fight.
Let the bloodbath begin. Good one. Humiliating.
All the secret levels do this, but the one in episode 3 is my favorite. The next map, the Abyss, is where it starts getting blood hard. After you clear out that temple, you end up in Jigsaw, a clear riff on the movie Saw at the start, but it's so much more. It's the atmosphere that sells it. There's so many little details. A bottle here, cobwebs here, the outdoor area that somehow does the cool snow, and the level keeps going after the original locked in the room bit. These levels have been iterated on and updated over like 10 years. From player feedback and a deep understanding of Blood's strengths as a game. I'm gonna put a spoiler tag up after episode 1 because I want you all to go and play this, and if this next map doesn't sell you, I don't know what will. What lies beneath is one of those Blood levels that riffs on a movie like Crystal Lake or The Overlooked Hotel. Except this time it's Carpenter's The Thing, and it might be my favorite level in this entire mod. You don't know it at first, it gently leans into it while you're walking around in the snow. Oh, here's a flare. Made to the point of being a better and more representative recreation of a flare than you'd see in earlier build games.
You see, what we're talking about here is an organism that imitates other life forms, and it imitates them perfectly.
Why are you going on about the flare, Civvy? Because it's emblematic of Death Wish as a whole. It's not just a flare, it's the light corona around the flare, it's the smoke coming off of it, it's the sound of the crackling flare and the droning wind and how it contrasts with the rest of the environment. It's approaching this dimly lit compound in the middle of the night and slowly realizing that this is the thing, and the level knowing that you know and playing with your expectations. Look at this fucking door blowing in the wind leading you in. It's the environmental storytelling, a thing that most games, let alone mods, ever bother with. The fact that you go underground and find a spaceship and it isn't a bit out of place is why I think this map is my favorite and is an example of everything great about Death Wish. And you blow the place up.
Whoa!
Yeah, fuck you too. Somehow this leads to a city level that's also great. We're like 10 for 10, all killer, no filler. Still ends with a Chiog fight, and... yeah. Tchernobog is sorta there, but he disappears into a ring of explosions because the fight and Caleb thing hasn't worked out for him in the past. Spoiler tag time, go play Death Wish, because even though What Lies Beneath is my favorite level, I'm not sure it's the most impressive one. Maybe not even your favorite. Due to some Atari-related mishaps, the secret exit in level 5 to the second secret level threw me back into the menu, meaning I had to start the other secret level, Shutter Island, with only a pitchfork. So then Death Wish pulls out Phantom Express on steroids.
They're all dead, they just don't know it yet.
The Armada, which is kinda like a train level, except this time with napalm turrets and somehow even more gratuitous explosions. It's less like a train and more like that tank battle from Last Crusade, jumping between vehicles and...
I must stop this train.
Jesus Christ, this is good. It's still a train level, so it's written in the sacred text that you have to crash it. And then you blow stuff up even more. Avoid some radioactive waste, go into the secret behind this building, and get all this shit because jump boots are as precious as napalm ammo. I know what you're thinking. Out to launch. Awful pun, but par for the course for a 90s FPS game, or a mod for a 90s FPS game. But you can't possibly be going to...
Space!
Our alien-inspired deep space adventure in Blood, yes, Death Wish didn't even wait until the 4th or the 10th part to go into space, and the results are a lot better than you'd expect. Look, it's the Monstromo. The Monstromo. Gilbeasts are stand-ins for horrible space monsters, and as a general rule, because this is technically a vehicle, Caleb has to destroy it. I don't know what his deal is with transportation, maybe Richard Trevithick killed his dog or something, but he has to set the place to self-destruct. And you run out before the place explodes, or if you're like me, you don't even know that there's a secret exit in this map. Leading to an aliens-inspired map where Gilbeasts are stand-ins for horrible space monsters. It's not easy to get to because you're running away from explosions and you have to backtrack to the beginning of the level, grab key 7, and head back towards the cargo bay to open another pod before the place blows up around you. Cool aliens level, though.
Whoa!
Back on Earth, you go into this massive cultist castle with the statue that turns into... Don't. Oh, no, don't go in the water. Oh, god damn it. I never knew there was a feather falling power-up in Blood, but here we are. I'm starting to think the secret levels are a bit excessive because there's another secret exit in this map where you jump along these pillars here. There's always something behind the corner, it's Blood. Okay, maybe. God damn it! This takes you to Dread Faction, an offshoot of the regular cult that— Shut up! Shut up! Where you get onto a train and then off of a train, and can you guess what happens to that train?
Locked.
Yeah, it crashes. But that's not the end of the level. There's still a lab complex to go through. Death Wish is long. Like, I played this for 10 hours to get through 3 episodes, and not just because I kept dying because it's blood and that's what you do. And the map loops around to connect back to the previous map where you get to fight Cerberus, and it snowed again. Cerberus can't be comfortable in this climate. This has my favorite effect in the whole game, too. There was one of those tomes that said the Cabal was experimenting on people to turn them into Gilbies. Uh-huh. You get some catacombs, a fucking ghost pirate ship? I'm trying to give an honest opinion here without going on and on about how cool all of this is, and then it brings out the ghost pirate ship.
That's all, folks.
This all leads up to the Black Tower, which you would think would be the last level of the episode, seeing as how it's a giant thing with a million monsters, and you saw it in the intro cutscene for the episode, and it has a mean face on it. Yep, that's a save. Oh, fuck you, Boggy. This might be the largest level. You've got 5 different things you have to do before it'll let you access all this really impressive-looking stuff that leads you to the boss level, Legion. The hardest map of Death Wish, for me anyway. Look at this.
Who's next?
Bow down to me.
Two Cerberuses. Cerberi. Hey, did I do that joke in Cryptic Passage?
Why would I know that?
You're trying to destroy this thing, the Arcane Heart, which is the thing you need to do. Don't question it.
I want some more.
The final showdown draws near. Tchernobog grows stronger and will soon reclaim his divine form. Caleb must return to the Hall of Epiphany to smite him once and for all.
It's time for episode 3, War is Hell.
Sleep, Ophelia.
Jump, Caleb. Join me in
Paradise.
Okay, is this a follow the rabbit situation? I know a secret when I see it. I'm pulling a Santa and dropping in. Okay, got a life seed out of it, so Ophelia's being more helpful than she was in Blood 2.
Cut me loose, and I'll give you a whole cherry pie.
I guess I'll just take this boat across the river over to Silent Hill.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Even the indoor parts of this map are foggy. I'm not complaining, this is great. Oh yeah, this is the mindfuckiest level too. Episode 3 goes all in as you'd expect.
Locked. Locked. Ophelia? No!
Please don't hurt me!
It feels like a journey, one where I have to pitchfork choking hands to save ammo, which I never look forward to. Okay, just one.
Hi, doggy.
This is trippy, because you're forced to pick up a dummied out blood item called the Delirium Shroom, which replicates the effects of being bitten by a brown spider, or if you get extremely drunk. Katie, bitch, why are you talking about Silent Hill? I always smash these thinking the mini Calebs are gonna come out. Postmortem traumatized me. The title of this map is a lie because it's a lot of rooms, including a subway. I would love to go over every level of this, but it would take years for me to stop and say, look at this cool thing. I mean, look at this cool thing.
Amateurs. That'll teach ya.
Shadehaven is a highlight of episode 3, which really says something. Another huge cultist temple, but there's still things to surprise you, aside from hit scanners. That's not the fun part of the level, so I expect mini Calebs from mirrors, but not from little cracks in the wall. The mini Calebs are actually a hint to solve a puzzle to get through this map, because okay, you have to find a shrink shroom that'll allow you to get in there. Yeah, you get a shrunk section in a build game that isn't Duke 3D, and you fight giant spiders, or I guess normal-sized spiders for a change. Another really nice thing is that these look like the mother spiders, but they rarely appear as the tanky-ass spider-birthing version instead of just being extra-large spiders, which is greatly appreciated. So you get a key and a growth shroom to leave. I needed to mention this, it's so weird and inventive, and there are a million ways it can go wrong in a fan-made project, but it doesn't. And this map leads to my second favorite map in Death Wish, Bogey Beach, an extensive boardwalk across the shore. You can exit via this boat if you want to miss the secret level. A tricky strafe jump from the liquor store will get you there. Whoa, whoa! Nightmare is a secret level made up of broken areas from previous maps, but they don't play anything like they used to, so I don't care about it being a copy and paste job since all the lighting and the paths are different, and the world seems to be melting all over itself, and it wouldn't be a secret level without a huge battle. No, not that one, because there's a connecting map where you go back to Bogey Beach. That's the battle. And once that's over, you go into my third favorite map, Duck and Cover. Reminiscent of the first half of Blood Episode 3 with the city setting, reminiscent to World Wars because of these things on the beach, and the actual warlike atmosphere complete with bombings. The action's getting heavy. It's ramping up until... Oh, a minefield. Next up, Inferno. This is more of a lake than... Oh, okay. Oh god, hit scanners in the water! I was worried this was being too easy on me.
Get up, shit,
I got killed by a bloated butcher. That's mortifying. Some actual mother spiders show up, and you think Tesla cannon? Nah, there's lava everywhere, and they get bounced around by explosives. This section is blood hard. Fanatics, mother spiders, lava everywhere, the asbestos armor to let you walk on it and get this cool secret here because I need it, because my health is low, because it's blood. Leading a gilbeast and a zombie into ghost versions of themselves so that a door opens to a Cerberus. This is some end to episode shit. I mean, how much more can there be? A lot, because there's another secret level, Demon Isle. It's not a gimmick level, it's just another good map to play. Except this part, which combines drowning hit scanners and hit scanners falling into water in a straight shot. If I'm quick enough on the draw with the napalm launcher, which I'm not, I can do it. This and the connecting level leads you into Last Rites. This is it, the beginning of the end, coming up on the Hall of Epiphany. This is a short and simple level where you land at a dock at this temple in the sky and go thermonuclear on the Cabal just one last time. Tchernobog is back, more powerful and with the most build engine explosions I've ever seen.
Kneel before me.
Let's kill him. Dude, this is your house! He's sending his new chosen after me. Just because I can ground pound doesn't mean shit. I have electricity. Oh god. Is that all you got? He's not here. He's not in his closet.
End of the line.
Let the bloodbath begin.
You know how this ends, Boggy? I think you do. There, easy, he's dead. Now I'm kidding, I thought this would end in disappointment too. I have to kill him again. And have this way cooler than it should be flight in the dark. And then he explodes. A lot.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead.
Tchernobog is toast, his followers are done, and I've played almost 10 hours of awesome blood content where maybe 30 minutes of that was frustration. Go download this, go play this, and as I'm making this video, the creator is releasing an updated version for Halloween, meaning you're gonna get to play a better version of this already awesome thing. Next time, we got more horror, and it gets groovy. I don't like using that word, it was outdated when the thing I'm referencing did it.